We're leaving Larkspur Ferry Terminal on our way to Salesforce Park and Terminal. It's a very modern building and very easy to spot, and usually is some parking. Mind you, of course, parking is $2 a day and free after 2 p.m. And now there is 2 levels in the ferry, very interesting. They do sell food and beverages, which I really enjoy. And it's centrally located and very easy to find. There's information kiosks and other assets at the building. Of course, it's San Francisco Bay Area. It's all about the views. Now, there are some people that come in with bikes, and I always thought that was a really good idea. Now, while there's a lot of people going on the ferry, it's usually seats. Now, in this area, it has a lot of interesting places to see, and certainly a lot of places to take photos, and I certainly take advantage of those particular things. The Corte Madera Creek actually goes pretty far into the bay. The terminal has a lot of information there and some restrooms. Now, Green Bay has a lot of older worn houses that cost like $1 million, and they go up for sale and sell very quickly. And there's a lot of interesting buildings and stores around the ferry terminal. Green Bay has a nature reserve right there. Now, we're going by the San Quentin prison. The state spent a couple $100 million fixing it up, but it looks as worn out as ever has been to me. Now, there's a lot of famous inmates from San Quentin prison. San Rafael Bridge here with hundreds of thousands of people traveling every day. Now you have Tiburon, which is very beautiful and very expensive. Angel Island has both history and it has camping and other things. You have the iconic Golden Gate Bridge and all its beauty. Of course, you have Alcatraz and a lot of interesting history. Now, there is a cruise ship here. San Francisco is a big cruise port. And Yerba Buena Island and Treasure Island with history. And of course, the Golden Gate Ferry Terminal. Now, there's a lot of ferries that go to different places. Some go to Oakland, to Richmond, and of course, other places. The iconic building, a lot of stores, restaurants, and shops. And it's very beautiful. We'll be eating dinner at some of the restaurants here. You have downtown San Francisco with a great view of the building. Now, the Salesforce Transit Center has a lot of buses. And you can see them come and go. Very well designed. It's a very new building, too. Very impressed by that, and it was very informative. We're just going to pop up to the 3rd floor where they have the park. It's a short trip. I'm very impressed with the park. There's really a lot of green, and it's shaped in a circle. Here we are at the beginning of the park and beginning our trip around it. San Francisco is very safety focused, especially on earthquakes. They have a lot of events at the park every single day. It's a circular park and it goes on for quite a distance. It's very green and it really feels like you're on the earth. There's of course people out having lunch and they're going for a walk. Periodically there's actually a fountain that will go off. It feels natural and I love the green, very lush. And of course, please like, subscribe, and share. These particular fountains go out rhythmically. It's very interesting. A great view of the Salesforce Tower here. It's very powerful. Now we went around the circle of the park. It was very interesting, and this particular building is very famous, not with just technology, but architecture. There's a lot of people that live and work in the area, and that you can see that. Very close to the downtown and to the Ferry building. Very green here. I'm very impressed with the natural feelings here. There are kiosks with a lot of information that are very helpful. This is a bridge for the buses, and they have the Waymo vehicles here as well. A lot of buses that go to different parts of the city here. There's a lot of information boards as well. I found very informative. This fan was kind of interesting. It made me wonder what kind of gusts it could create. It was a very modern building. I was very impressed with the information provided. This is how good. Even the garbage cans are clean here. Everything was centrally located and very easy to find. You know, I started thinking about things as I was going down the escalator about the building. Very impressed. Someday they're going to have a train system that goes through here. They have a lot of buses, very informative boards that convey where they're going and when. Very helpful. I enjoyed it a great deal, and I think that if you live in this area, it can be very helpful, and it's a definite if you're going to be in that area. Very well designed. I'm very impressed to have been here today. Of course, there are boards that let you know when and where things are going. I would almost call it space age, the way it's designed. And of course, we went on the tram to the second floor. Now, mind you, second floor is a lot higher than what you think a second floor would be. But it was a very secure vehicle, and it was kind of interesting. I mean, you're kind of used to riding a tram like if you're going to go on a mountain or skiing or something. What we simply did is this. We went up to the second floor where it felt very natural, had a lot of green there. We jumped out and we went around and we waited for the trip back. By the way, the staff was extremely helpful when we were on there. On the way down, we're very close to Market Street, very close to Mission. I was very impressed by how secure it felt, and we were told by the people that operated it that it could handle more weight than the people that were in it. And at the bottom of the machine, you could see the equipment, steel. It was pretty secure stuff. And once again, the staff was very informative and friendly. So as we left the Salesforce Transit Center, we started making our way to Market Street. Pretty short trip. There's a lot of different options as well, restaurants and hotels. This is where they were releasing the water because they were doing construction. I like this kiosk. It was very artistic looking. At this point, we're getting close to the Federal Reserve Building. Of course, they have the streets so you don't get lost, clear signage. This is the other side of the Federal Reserve Building. Had a small but extremely interesting museum. You don't have to be interested in finance for it to be helpful. Ferry system goes everywhere within the San Francisco Bay Area. We have the last look at the iconic Ferry building as we leave. We're going to go by Alcatraz. Whenever I'm in San Francisco, I take 50 to 100 pictures. It's really a beautiful city and interesting. or less view of the downtown. I like to stay at the back of the boat. Ferries are everywhere. They go to Alameda, Mare Island, etc. Very interesting, very beautiful. And please, of course, like, subscribe, and share. But you know what? Every time I go to San Francisco, I fall in love.